sexual firing in the brain.
Honestly, no, I'm glad you asked that, because honestly, the most stressful part of this entire process for me has been the album cover. It has been the most. We have the songs. The songwriting is fun for me. It comes easy. Videos, I had people in my life that love making videos. They're super creative. I wouldn't say it was easy, but it was a blast. But the album cover, it was a week before we needed to submit the project to distribution. We didn't have a cover for the album. So I send an idea in my head to 3 different graphic designers that I know. And I was like, what do you think about doing all these different ideas that I'm daydreaming about, putting them like in a vortex or a tornado or like a sinkhole in the middle of the street? Which, like, looking back on it's a bad idea. Like, I mean, I don't know how they would have done that. But one guy hits me back and goes, hey, I don't even know what to do with all these concepts, so I can't help you. Somebody else sends me one, whom I love dearly, but it was terrible. It was terrible. I love him dearly, but it was awful. And then the album cover we actually used, I gotta tell you, when I texted Rich Liverance is his name. Shout out to Rich, shout out to Rich, shout out to Rich. He did all the invisible artwork. He did top down, but I wasn't sure he was going to be able to do the album because newly married, his wife's pregnant, he just changed jobs. So I was like, he's probably not going to have a chance to do it. And he hits me back and says, what do you think about a album cover that's based on a 16th century saint painting with all of the concepts coming out of your skull, kind of looking like it's watercolor painted with a multi-tiered background? To which I literally responded, that sounds awful. And he texts me back, he goes, B, I promise I'm not on acid. That's his exact words. He goes, I promise I'm not on acid. You got to give me a shot. He sends it back to me, and I mean, I'm tearing up because it's got my like 2nd, 3rd grade school photo on there. All the different ideas that are in the project are actually coming out of my head, but he's got this little light halo like they did on the 16th century saint paintings. He's got the house in the bottom right-hand corner of the front is actually the house I grew up in. The view of the Hollywood sign was the view from our office back in LA. On the left side, it's Neuschwanstein Castle, which was Casey and I's first real ever vacation when we were married. The back's got Dodger Stadium. Go Dodgers. And it's got Yosemite Falls and the track list. And I thought he absolutely killed it. So I think this is worth saying. Rich Liverance, you are the greatest designer of all time. Thank you for the album cover. There's a reason that when Rich was working for DreamWorks, they made him a big dog at DreamWorks, and now he's a big dog at Nickelodeon. So yeah, that's the story of the album cover.
I say, give me 20 minutes, I'ma be right there. With the fresh combed hair, smelling like Dr. Squatch bars up in there. Looking like a CEO in the upright chair. Let's grab